The declaration was meant to be theatrical. It echoed through every major galactic relay, translated into thousands of languages, framed by banners of conquest and symbols of absolute authority. By mandate of the Sovereign Coalition, the voice proclaimed, "The species known as humanity is hereby classified as a destabilizing threat. Their military assets will be dismantled, their territory seized, and their population brought to compliance. Resistance is futile." The message ended with a flourish of light and music, designed to inspire fear. Across the galaxy, it worked. Delegates gasped. Merchants rerouted trade. Neutral systems powered down their beacons. Ancient species that had survived stellar collapses quietly withdrew from human space. The conclusion was unanimous. Humanity was finished. On Earth, the message played in a secure chamber buried deep beneath the planet's crust. The Unified Human Defense Council sat in silence as the broadcast ended. Then someone laughed. Not hysterically, not nervously, just amused. General Amora Voss leaned back in her chair, folding her arms. "Well," she said, "someone finally said it out loud." Admiral Cole Ramirez grinned. "I was starting to think the galaxy would keep poking us forever without committing." A junior analyst hesitated. "Says, this is the Sovereign Coalition. They've crushed species older than our civilization. Shouldn't we be afraid?" Voss finished. She stewed and activated the holomap. Red indicators bloomed across human space. Blockades, fleet movements, invasion vectors. She smiled. "Congrats," she said softly. "They just declared war on the most dangerous species in the galaxy." The galaxy misunderstood humans. They thought danger came from strength, size, or advanced technology. Humans knew better. Danger came from adaptation. Earth was a death world, unstable tectonics, violent weather, predators, disease, scarcity. Humanity didn't dominate their planet because they were strongest. They survived because they learned faster than anything trying to kill them. Every catastrophe became data. Every failure became doctrine. Every war became training for the next one. By the time humans reached the stars, extinction was already an old enemy. The Coalition struck first. Massive fleets surged into human-controlled systems. Outer colonies burned. Orbital defenses shattered under overwhelming firepower. Human losses were broadcast as warnings. Coalition commanders were confident. "Human resistance is chaotic," one report stated. "They lack unified doctrine. They retreat frequently." What those reports didn't mention was why humans retreated. They weren't losing ground. They were buying time. Human ships didn't fight to win early battles. They fought to learn. Coalition weapons were analyzed mid-engagement. Shield harmonics catalogued. Command patterns mapped. Every skirmish fed human war algorithms that rewrote strategy in real time. Human fleets fell back, then returned with modifications. Weapons recalibrated. Armor redesigned. Tactics rewritten overnight. Coalition admirals began noticing something unsettling. Every time they fought humans, the humans were better. By month 3, the war changed. Coalition fleets encountered human ships that didn't match known designs, modular hulls, asymmetric weapon placements, experimental drives that burned out after one battle but delivered terrifying results. Humans stopped contesting space. They contested logistics. Supply convoys vanished. Command relays went dark. Entire fleets found themselves stranded after navigation data failed simultaneously. Coalition doctrine demanded order. Humans weaponized chaos. At the Galactic Council, panic spread. "They fight like they want us angry," one delegate hissed. An ancient observer species replied quietly, "No, they fight like they want you exhausted." Deep within Coalition archives, analysts uncovered a horrifying pattern. Every species that had ever fought like humans, adaptive, relentless, willing to sacrifice everything, had either gone extinct or reshaped the galaxy. The turning point came at the siege of Alio's Gate. The Coalition assembled its greatest force, nearly 15,000 warships, to sever Earth from the rest of human space and force surrender. Human intelligence detected the fleet weeks in advance. Earth did not fortify. Earth evacuated. When the Coalition arrived, the system was silent. Then Alio's Gate collapsed. Human engineers had done the unthinkable, weaponizing the gate space-time stabilizers. Hundreds of Coalition ships were torn apart mid-transition, shredded by forces no shield could resist. Human fleets emerged inside the chaos. It wasn't a battle. It was a lesson. That was when the galaxy realized the mistake. Humans weren't fighting to win territory. They were fighting to make sure no one ever tried this again. Human strikes became precise and devastating, targeting shipyards, command centers, military academies. Always disabling, never indiscriminate. They dismantled the Coalition's ability to wage war without ever attempting to rule it. Neutral worlds quietly switched sides. Not out of loyalty, out of survival, because one truth had become undeniable. If humanity fought you, you might lose. If humanity decided you were an extinction threat, you definitely would. The Coalition sued for peace in less than a year. The surrender terms were brief. Immediate withdrawal from human space. Recognition of human sovereignty. Permanent prohibition of preemptive wars against developing species. The vote passed unanimously. No one wanted to find out what humans would do next. Years later, at a military academy on a distant world, a cadet asked their instructor, "Why did humans laugh when war was declared?" The instructor, a veteran who had once fought beside human forces, paused. Because, they said, the galaxy thought it was starting a war. They looked up at the stars. But humans knew. The cadet leaned forward. Knew what? The instructor smiled grimly. That survival is what they've always been best at. And somewhere in the official records of the galaxy, a new annotation was added to humanity's profile. Threat classification, existential. Reason, do not provoke unless extinction is acceptable. Congrats. You've just declared war on the most dangerous species in the galaxy.